All right, the other side with DC. This is our inaugural Tuesday night sports session. A retake of what took place over the weekend to include Monday night and also what's coming up moving forward this weekend and next Sunday. We got all the C's with us. We got AC, we got BC, we got LC, we got DC, and we got JS. This is JS. I'm not going to say the rest that I was going to say about being a lover of who he is. We're here to talk sports, y'all. We're going to talk some sports. We got our Super Bowl star, former Dallas Cowboy. Dog, we got Lincoln sitting right here with us.
Yes, sir.
Live. Where's your ring, man?
Hey, you know what? That's what I have to.
You can wear mine.
Yeah, well, let me hold on to that.
Wear that for a minute. Wear that for a minute.
See if it won't even fit on my knuckle.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm about to go to the pinky.
That was a gift from South. What can I say? Now listen, you guys. Let's do this to our audience. We're gonna sit around here. We're not gonna hold nothing back. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We're gonna start off with that, but let's start off. Lincoln, tell us about your position with the Dallas Cowboys and what you think about this game this past weekend.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. The running back position, it hasn't jailed yet. You know, that's what I don't think. I am a big Zeke fan.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, fans, everybody, when you want to watch a running back and see what type of caliber a running back is, watch him when he doesn't have the ball. Zeke goes and finds somebody to hit. That's who he is. He's just a football playing type dude. And I think the running game is coming along. This game was it opened up, pretty good this week, but I wish we had kept Zeke. We couldn't keep him because his contract was so much money. It was, it's outrageous when how much they paid him. But I'm a Zeke fan, and I like the other running back that we have.
Pollard.
Not Pollard, the other boy.
Diallo.
Yeah, Diablo or whatever.
Diallo.
Yeah, Diallo. I like him. He puts his foot in the ground, he gets in the hole, and he makes things happen. So
what about that little bit one, Lil Vaughn?
I like Deuce Vaughn. I thought at first I thought it was a novelty because his daddy, worked for the Cowboys, and I watched him in college, at K-State, especially when they played Texas and Baylor and stuff like that. He always could produce, but I thought it was just a novelty because his daddy worked for the Cowboys, and just it's a feel good story. But the boy can play.
He can play.
He can play.
Well, because he reminded me of the little running back used to be with Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, you talking about
that little bit?
Deuce Staley.
Staley?
Yeah, Staley.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there was another little bitty one.
Who it was? He's a bad little low to the ground runner.
Yeah, Deuce Staley.
He hit.
Yeah.
Well, no, they say that the Cowboys they didn't. They telling me Arthur said, well, they didn't play nobody. But they did play somebody.
It's the NFL.
Now here, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You want to hear the truth? I'm gonna tell you the truth. We didn't play anybody. Okay, I'm just telling you. Now listen.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes, every team has athletes and grown men and incredible football players and former, all ACC and SEC and all of that stuff. But if you can't put it all together, you're going to have a garbage team. If that team doesn't, is not one of those that can gel and make things happen, then it's a garbage team. We played a very mediocre team. And I'll tell you how I know. We scored a touchdown and they rushed 2 people.
Yeah.
And we threw the ball. Everybody was supposed to have 2 DBs cover them. And we threw the ball, and they rushed 2 D linemen.
And we still scored.
And everybody else was DBs and linebackers.
Yeah.
Garbage team that we played. People would say Houston was a garbage team last year. This year,
I ain't saying that.
I don't think we could beat them. I don't think we can play the Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys can play Houston and win a game against Houston.
Well, you saying we don't have to play Houston, do we?
No, I don't think we play Houston. hey, I'm just saying. Yeah. I just think that the teams that don't have it all together, we're gonna abuse them. We're gonna make them look like garbage.
We should.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And the fact that we did, do what we were supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now the fact that we played, and I watched that game. I mean, I watch all the Cowboy games.
Yeah.
But the Giants,
I don't.
Yeah, but the Giants right now, bro.
They're
garbage. So did Pollard look good? Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good.
Did Dowdle look good? Yeah, he looked good.
Look good.
Are they good? Yeah, I do believe, and I think they're good. But what it really showed and where it gave credibility to was the offensive line. Because whenever you think of some of the better teams that we played, the offensive line, they got in their ass with. I'm just calling what I see.
I think we are a middle of the road team who will beat up on bums, have trouble with the average middle of the road teams, and will get destroyed by the real contenders.
I agree with that.
That's who we are.
And then when it's a close game, how good are we on the run? On stopping the run? Because when that game is tight, we ain't the best run defense.
Yeah.
We're a defense that needs to get ahead so that we can allow our rushers to get upfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of defense that's built. Now, we tried to pull some of that interior, to get some meat in the middle, but it still ain't there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still ain't there. We are rushing. We're a better defense when we're ahead.
We're going to find out this week coming up. I think it's this week. Eagles play the Chiefs.
Yep, they do. Monday night.
I hope they.
We're going to find out who's the best team in the league. And I'm with you. I like Jalen Hurts.
I like him. I still hope he get beat.
Yeah,
I hate the fact that I like him too because he's an Eagles. But,
he's an Eagles. You know what I mean?
I root for him.
And then he was at Oklahoma, and we Texas.
And that's all. And to Jalen, I mean, no pun intended. It's not about you personally.
Yeah,
it's about the Eagles.
Yeah.
I like you, Jalen, but I don't like the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't want the Eagles to do too much of nothing.
Yeah,
I got to hear from my author when I hear about the Eagles.
Then we got to go see him. We still got to go see him. Will we see him at home?
But we lost that one game by 1 point, and it was and there was an opportunity for us to win that game, and we lost that game.
Yeah.
But we had an opportunity to win that game and still lost it.
But that shows what type of team the Eagles have. Mm-hmm. They played a very talented Cowboys team, and they pulled it out. Yep. And they made all the mistakes. Now, we didn't.
But how much can
Eagles made all the mistakes?
I know, but how much can we attribute the Eagles' loss to coaching?
I you know what?
And bad calling.
So there's two parts to that piece, right? If you attribute it to coaching, then you discredit what the Eagles really have in place. Now,
I'm talking about the Cowboys.
No. That's kind of where I'm getting at.
Okay.
Trust me, I have no love, no respect. I do not like the Eagles, Giants, or the Commanders.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of them. I'm a Dallas Cowboy. I love the NFC East, but I want the Dallas Cowboys to win. At the same time, you got to give respect where respect is due. The Eagles have a good squad. That front seven they got
defense.
hey,
ugly.
Look, it's nasty. I mean, they can rush, they can stop the run. I mean, and they're busy. You know what I mean? And then that offense is potent. So I can't sit here and say, to your point, attribute any of the shortcomings on the Cowboys losing to coaching.
I'm talking about bad play calling.
I mean, bad play calling, bad coaching. We dealt with that all last year with Kellen Moore. The year before with Kellen Moore. I actually like the fact that the head coach is calling the plays because the offense looks different. It's not as predictable as it was before. Whenever you look at the past few years of our offense, it was very predictable.
Well, Jay, you hollering about the man running the ball on first and second down and not throwing the ball, the Cowboys.
Well, the game is won up front. And we got a decent offensive line, but our right tackle is weak.
Yeah. Left tackle, too.
No, the left tackle ain't weak. The right tackle, still, he give up more sacks on the offensive line. Like he just can't block some. A really good defensive team, he can't block them.
Well, but here's the deal. Dak was moving around. When Steele was trying to block, Dak was standing back waiting on Steele. Let the man on through here so he can tackle me. But now Dak is on the move, and that's why we scored so many points. I mean, he's better on the move instead of just standing back waiting on somebody to come get him.
The problem I had with Dak,
What's that?
and oh man, I'm telling you, I fought against everybody. Oh, Dak ain't this, Dak ain't that. I'm like, no, Dak good, Dak good, Dak good. Man, you know, boom, a light went off. Dak is still good. I'm not getting it twisted. But bruh, throw the damn ball away. Stop taking these unnecessary sacks.
I'm with that.
That's the only. I'm just saying that's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah.
He is willing to sit there and hold it, and I'm like, bruh, Tom Brady, all the greats, they get rid of it. Get rid of the ball, man.
Second half, 2 seconds, you're supposed to be
Get rid of
on
it.
the point.
Get rid of it.
And stop throwing the ball to the side and throw it toward the goal line.
Get rid of it.
Now I'll tell you another thing. The Eagles front office is blowing everybody in the league away.
Yeah.
They went and got that boy, the defensive lineman out of Alabama, I believe. Yeah, out of Alabama, who was in a car race, whatever, and killed the kid or had an accident and killed it. He was still the number one defensive player.
And he destroyed everybody.
And destroying everybody. And they went and did their homework and said, we're going to go get him because their goal is to win Super Bowl championships.
Defense.
That's where we used to be.
But what about San Francisco when he got Chase? That was another big move.
You talking about us going to get Chase?
No, San Francisco got
Chase.
Yeah, from the Commanders, yeah.
When is he healthy though? Is he back to being the Chase that he was? Now yesterday
you don't have to be.
You don't have to be when you got that other
when
boy.
you got right.
Yeah.
So loose, I get that.
So they beat each other in the backfield.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Front offices like that's going out actually trying to win Super Bowls this year, not all this next year stuff.
Yeah.
See, you got to win championships now. We haven't seen a championship in 30 years.
So to your point, Lincoln, it's a philosophy though, right? So the Cowboys' philosophy is let's get in lead and let's pin it tid high and let it fly. We got a defense that if we up, oh, you in trouble, baby.
Yeah.
You in trouble, period.
Yeah.
You in trouble. Now, if it's a tight ball game and we having to stop that run, I have zero confidence in our ability to stop the run. Leighton Van Der Esch, he's out right now.
He's done for the season.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
He's done.
Michael Parsons, he's not an off the line linebacker. He's a 3-point guy. Yeah. Or if he's gonna be in a 2-point coming on the run.
His hand got to be.
But he's not that linebacker that's gonna play off the ball.
Yeah,
so whenever you think about our front seven and our ability to stop the run, someone who can go in there and fill those gaps when they need to be filled, and someone who can actually get in a gap or hold a gap, whether you playing a gap control defense or you playing a shoot the gap defense, I'm not seeing it when it comes to that run, bro. Yeah. So if it's going to be a close game, I struggle with those. I have zero confidence in our ability to do
what I really don't like, and I hope they do change it. And some folks say it's okay, but it's not with me. It's this rugby stuff. You got 1 yard, and then the whole team line up behind you and push you on across. Get the first down, get the touchdown.
Hey,
that's rugby.
It only matters whenever my team does it.
Right.
And the Cowboys don't do it.
But I'm gonna tell you something. That used to be 50-50. Eagles have turned it into a 100.
Yeah, I hope they out there say they go out, Lord.
You see what I'm saying? That because of the Eagles.
We're good.
They have divided. You don't like that?
No, because when you were playing,
1
yard, you had to get 1 yard. You had to struggle to get that yard.
You had to struggle to get it.
Oh, you didn't have no help getting that yard.
Yeah, you're right.
Wasn't nobody behind you pushing.
It was real.
And so I ain't with it. That's rugby.
Yeah,
now, that's just me. But I hate it because it's just automatic. Yeah. You might well just go and give them a first down and call it quits and
for the Eagles, it's automatic.
Yeah, for the Eagles it is.
But it's still troublesome for every other team in the league. The Eagles have found see, that's the thing about the Eagles. They're like the 90s Cowboys. They're young, they're excited, they are hungry. They have a front office that we're trying to
Supportive.
win Super Bowls. These dudes are trying to make it happen, and they love playing football with each other. You know?
Let me ask y'all this about the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. They got a black president that's a female, good-looking female too, and a black head coach, and all of that.
And a
out there
black
in Las Vegas.
GM.
Yeah, I mean, really, what's going on with all
And their
that?
colors
Now-
are black.
And
here's
their
the thing.
colors are black.
And they still ain't winning.
No. They won their last two.
Yeah, no.
But
I know.
now they're bums. The teams that they beat,
Yeah.
you know, they're not very good.
Well, they beat the
But
Jets.
still, they beat
I mean,
the
they
Jets.
beat the Jets, bro.
Yeah,
They
but
beat
the
the
Jets
Jets,
ain't a bad team. They got a really good defense.
Yeah, they got a
They
really
just
good
got
defense.
Jets ain't gelled together on offense yet because they had all of this hype for Aaron Rodgers to come in,
Yeah.
and they brought Lazard. Lazard ain't done nothing all season because he's an Aaron Rodgers receiver. You know what I mean? Brees, I do like Brees.
Yeah. Brees Hall.
Yeah, I do
Mhm.
like Brees.
Yeah.
But that offense, it ain't really. It's sputtering. Let's just say that.
Well, Aaron Rodgers said he's coming back in December. Oh, that's what he said the other day.
Yeah.
He said he's coming back in December.
Okay.
You know, I want to say
We'll
something real
see.
quick before we get off the Cowboys. I want to say something. You know, here's what I've talked to '90s Cowboys about all the time. When we played, we would go to, I don't know if you remember Drew's 88. Remember he had that club where
I went everywhere.
we
I
was
tell you, I
out.
went back to the Playboy Club, Bobby Martin Club. I've been to all the clubs.
We
Warren
used to
Barrage,
go
I've
in
been
there.
everywhere.
That club used to be happening every Thursday through Saturday. And we would be in the VIP area, not with women. Tony Dorsett being there.
Mm-hmm.
Too tall.
I know
Drew
Too
Pearson.
Tall. Every one of them.
All of them being there, and we sit in there and we talk football with them.
Right.
And they sit and they pat our head like little puppies. They say, man, y'all really doing well. And we sit there and our tails will wag and we piss on the ground.
Yeah.
You know how a little puppy would do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Right.
so happy. You know, then we
Yeah.
come back to the locker room. Me and Tony Dorsett watch me play the other day. He told me that he liked this play. He broke it down. And they actually watched what we did.
Right.
And they told us what we did, and they told us what we liked, and they told us what they didn't like.
Well, you had leadership, though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But these guys,
They get
it's
paid
that
too much
check.
money.
Ooh,
Go back
that
and look at how much
bag.
money you was making then
it's that bag.
versus in 92 back in when you were playing. Look at what your paycheck was versus what these guys' paychecks are today.
Yeah.
And especially, golly, I mean, I'm not going to switch from pro to college, but Jimbo Fisher, they got to pay him $76 million.
You see all that?
That's ridiculous.
This year, something like 37 million. Then in 6 months, he gets another 17. And then for the next 10 years, he gets $7.2 million a year. He don't even have to do anything.
Can you coach?
Oh, I'm going to. I'm about to get started. Good Lord. That's his buyout.
Right.
I mean, all of that money. That's crazy, man. But these guys are not hungry for 90s, 70s, 80s, 60s love for them. They just, it's that money. They making all this money because I always say when the playoffs start, you gotta become a different animal.
Yeah.
Well,
You can't be the same person.
Back when the playoffs came, how much did each player get to play the Super Bowl?
Okay, check this out. In 1993, my first year, 53 players. The salary cap was $36 million. So 53 players had to split $36 million. Today it's 192. When I played, Emmett was at $4 or $5 million a year. I made $175,000. People always like, man, you made millions. And I'm like, man, I didn't make millions. I didn't make millions combined in the league. Because that's what the pay scale was back. You had to be, you had to be Emmitt Smith. You had to be Michael Irvin. You had to be Troy Aikman. Right. And but just the money now is just excessive. And the wild card weekend back in '93 was $12,000.
Okay.
You had to win it to get to 12. That first weekend after the wild card weekend, that's another 12.
Right.
NFC, AFC championship games was 24. Everybody got a $24,000 check. Super Bowl was 36,000. And back then, I was like, "What?
How much was Super Bowl?
Man, what are you talking about?
36,000.
36,000. Today, the Super Bowl check is 120 grand. One game was more than what I made in a year.
Why in the hell?
And all those games leading up to
Ooh, man.
Why in the hell was I playing tennis? God, man.
I'm telling you, that is crazy, man.
it. But you know what? You say that, Lincoln. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The money's being made.
Yeah.
The money's being pumped into
Oh, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm
money's
not
being
mad.
pumped into the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's prudent what the collective bargain, what the players did, because either it's going to all the owners, and they getting these little peanuts, and even still in comparison to what the owners are getting, and I
Yeah.
get it, it's
Yeah.
their team, they own it. It's still peanuts in comparison. I ain't got a problem, man. I want the players to get all this money. Same
Right.
way with
I ain't
same way.
mad at 'em.
I know you ain't. Same way in
I ain't
college.
mad
The
at
fact
'em,
that right
man.
now they got that NIL going on in college, and
I really ain't
I
mad at them.
wish that I could have got paid in college.
Man, I mean, I spent a Heisman Trophy year, my freshman year, with Tim Brown up at Notre Dame. Imagine all the money that we could have made.
Right.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
But
crazy.
you know, when you go to AT&T Stadium, and you had to walk a quarter of a mile or a mile, parking at $80.
Right.
Way back there, you walk
Yeah.
in the rain, the cold, and you have to pay $80 just
Yeah.
to walk a whole mile to get to the stadium.
That's
so you
right.
can imagine what the parking is on Jerry's lot.
Yeah. Oh,
so
it's-
I understand. So the money is there.
Mhm.
So pay the people for their talent.
Right.
I mean, that's where I am with that.
Yeah.
But now, what about the Houston Texans?
yeah.
CJ
Yeah.
Stroud.
That's the
Let's talk about
story. That's the
TJ.
story of the
Right.
year. That's the story of the year. I thought
CJ
I
was
thought
the
he was
second pick in the draft.
Yeah.
The second pick.
first.
He was a second pick. Houston picked him second.
Oh, who went first? Because I thought he was first.
No,
pick.
I think he was second pick in the draft.
I thought he was, you know what I mean? But I thought he was, I didn't think he was that solid. You know, I thought he was just, you know. Oh, that's right. You got
Yeah.
that right. Alabama's quarterback.
One went to North Carolina.
Yeah. Went down to Carolina. I didn't think Stroud was that solid. I thought the Alabama boy was going to be even better, but it goes to show you got to have some type of offensive coordinator or offensive
Right.
quarterback coach.
Yeah.
It's a big deal in the NFL, you know, taking that transition from college to the NFL.
And at every level.
Yeah.
If a coach put a quarterback in a position to win, or in a scheme to win,
Yeah.
that's half the battle, you know. But CJ Stroud, he balling, man.
And they want to play for that black coach down there.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was gonna hit on.
Yeah.
They want to play for him, man. And I didn't know that he was had that type of oomph to him to where guys, you know, would follow him like that. I was like, man, he's too young.
Yeah.
For the players to have respect for him. He's a defensive coach. You know, the offense is going to be, you know, crappy. And you know what I mean? But that coach went down and grabbed somebody, man, and said, listen, raise this boy right here.
Yeah.
And that was
Turn him into
dispelled
something.
even with Pittsburgh. You know,
Yeah.
when Tomlin, I mean, what was he, 36?
Yeah.
You know, whenever he became the head coach of the Steelers.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, you know.
Mhm.
And then the boy down
Yeah,
in-
Tomlin was the youngest.
Yeah, he was young. And then whenever now you go back to the Rams.
Rams head coach.
He was even younger.
Yeah.
You know, whenever he became that head coach.
Yeah.
Whenever I think we all play ball, you know, we all play football. And the one thing
I was number 81 at Roosevelt. I'm gonna make sure y'all know that.
just saying, whether it's high school or college,
There you go.
whenever you got a coach that you want to play for,
Right.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's just different because not only you rallying, because if you feel that way, your team is feeling that way.
Yeah.
And whenever you feel that way, really can't nothing stop you because you believe in the system. Whether it's offense or defense, you believe in it. You're motivated. You're hungry, and it's hard to get in our way and us not defeat you.
When you believe in the coach.
When you people underestimate that.
Yeah.
Even though these guys are pros, they were also high school players.
Yeah.
They were also college players.
Yeah.
What about Dion and the love that those guys have for Dion playing for him
That's
at Colorado?
And that's a difficult one right there for me. Dion is doing it as far as, getting eyes to look at what's happening in Colorado.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a hell of a lot better next year.
Oh yeah.
But he has some holes in his, there's some deficiencies.
He called it though.
What's happening.
He both offense, defensive front line.
I watch on the sideline and it's a circus. It's rappers and celebrities. And it's you know what I mean?
It's too much.
And the guys, it's too much. When I was in the NFL, we see, a celebrity on the sideline. We're like, hey man, that's such and such. They got 32,000 celebrities sitting on the sideline with them. And then you got 18 to 21-year-old boys.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, man, all they can do is sit there. Man, that's Offset. Oh man, that's The Rock. Oh, look, there's Jamie Foxx over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So your attention and the kids' attention span is so short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're sitting up there, you're trying to perform for them instead of trying to make it happen for your team.
Yeah.
But they doing pretty good. I mean, they could have almost won the game this past weekend.
Yeah, but they were up 29-0 at one game and came back and lost 33-30 or something like that.
So let's look at it a different way, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you go get the players who can deal with that? Because that's Dion.
They coming.
That's what I'm saying. That's prime time. That's prime time.
Everything he said is about to happen.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna stop none of that.
They coming. No, that's not stopping.
Yeah, none of that is stopping. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
not stopping.
Because guess what? You go to any NBA game, you go to the Lakers. I mean, that's why a lot of people I'm a Laker.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a diehard Laker fan. Hell with the Mavericks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said it out loud.
You're in Maverick company.
I don't give a
Look at you over there.
I'm a Laker fan.
Riding.
I'm a Laker fan. No. And who used to be my favorite Laker of all time was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Me and my wife went to a Laker game out in California, and we sat behind the goal. I mean, not the goal, but yeah, the goal, the basketball goal, and kind of off, but we were pretty close. And right up there, the tunnel, the Laker tunnel, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar started coming through the tunnel.
Okay.
And I said, stand up. That's me patting my wife. She's like, for what? I said, the captain's walking through you. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
The captain
gave
is
me
walking through
like the
there.
80s back in 83.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all what, let's hold on with that. We're gonna
I
be
have
right
to
back
do
in
that.
just a minute with the other side with DC right after we hear from Special Edition.
We live.
I know we are.
Ain't no commercials like
Ain't no live commercial.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we live. You gonna insert one.
I'm finna insert one.
Oh, okay, there you go.
You gonna make me lose a fight. I'm doing the live special edition.
There it is.
All right, run that back. Run
Yeah,
it back. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So now, if you need your car wrapped, all right, that's that. You need your
Oh,
car
here you go.
wrapped, custom cars wrapped, and all of that. Thank you for this ring right
Okay,
here,
yeah.
special edition. Let me tell you this: for all those that got custom cars and you got your insurance deals, you got to go to special edition where you get your car wrapped. They're on Camp Wisdom in 67. And I'm gonna tell you something: ain't no car wrapped until you go to special edition on Highway 67 at Camp Wisdom and ask
Why
for
Camp
Brandon.
Wisdom?
Okay,
Brandon.
formerly trendsetters. But I'm
Gotcha.
telling you, you got whatever kind of car you got, you want to take it over there. You want to get it in style, get your wheels and all that stuff. then you take it to special edition. That's straight to you, Brandon. And now, don't you think you gotta punch nothing that's on me? I got this. I'm in charge of this over here,
Special
homie.
edition. My apologies. Special edition.
Yeah, y'all get on over there. Now let's get back. Let's get back with what about little Kyler Murray?
Oh, he
welcome
looked
back.
really good,
Welcome
man.
back.
He looked really. Yeah, he looked like he's been,
Yeah.
getting some rest.
They needed him back too.
He looked like he'd been, learning the game a little bit more. He was real crisp with his throws. I think he had the run of the year.
I love black quarterbacks. I do, but Kyler Murray makes $200 million. His contract is the same size as Dak. And when you getting paid $50 million a year, playing good ain't good enough.
He just came off of an injury, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Last year he won 9-10 straight games in a row, something like that.
Yeah, but that still ain't good enough when you're making $50 million a year.
They all making that these days. All the quarterbacks.
No, the top ones is
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is.
The one, yeah.
But the ones that just getting this new contract, they making that. But when you make that, you got to win the Super Bowl, man.
If they all making it, they all can't win it.
No, but the ones that do, that's why the boy up in KC. That's why people look at him like that, because he consistently get in the Super Bowl and win it.
Now they're exposed this year. Now they are exposed this year, though.
The number one and number two leaders at quarterback position is about to bang each other in the head next week.
Mahomes and Hurts.
The Mahomes and Hurts, because they can get their team inspired enough to go and win football games. It's important to win those football games, just like how Hurts, Eagles, last week when they played the Cowboys, Eagles made all the mistakes and they won. Kansas City, they were making nothing but mistakes and they beat Miami. It's those type of games you need to watch, and those are the type of games you need to go, oh, wait a minute, man, wow, they made all the mistakes and they still won the game. That's when you know you got a good team.
Right.
C.J. Stroud down there in Houston, they winning games late. That's when you know you got a good team.
Now let's not sleep on what's happened over there in Baltimore.
No, the Ravens. Then the Ravens lost at the end.
I know they lost this game now.
Yeah, now they look good. No, they look good.
I'm just saying.
They're a scary team.
Oh, yes, sir.
The only reason, that was one of them rivalry games. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's just that. But them Ravens
division.
Yeah,
the Ravens are looking good.
Are looking good. I mean, they the defense coming together. The little run game, finally feeling fit.
They found a boy that's so fast.
Healthy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they found that Williams boy looked really good.
But Lamar looked good around this part of the year every year.
He did last year.
He was a little scary. He was.
And
then he ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, he ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, then he ended up getting hurt.
It had nothing to do with his contract.
Then that contract stuff is all out of the way.
The contract
it's all out of the way
now. But I just don't like Lamar in the playoffs because he will turn the ball over.
Right now, he's another Dak.
The high risk, high return.
You see what I'm saying? They get, he got 2 wins or something in the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, he don't have as many years as Dak or Tony Romo. And you know what?
And he's young. He's super young.
I watched
Lamar Jackson.
I watched somebody say Dak is this, that, and other thing. He's the best quarterback in the league. Yes, I understand that ever since the San Francisco game, Dak's numbers are ranked number 1 out of all the quarterbacks. He's just putting up numbers, he's putting up numbers.
But no.
Somebody said that he's in the pantheon of Cowboys quarterbacks.
No.
Yeah, they did say that.
No.
He ain't even above Tony Romo.
They did say that.
He ain't even above Tony Romo.
Yeah,
Listen, not even close.
They both right there.
Yeah, right.
There are two quarterbacks as legends who have brought home the ring to us. That's Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman.
That's it.
After that,
it's a big guy.
Danny White.
Danny White.
Boom. Don't get Danny White
Danny
twisted
White.
in the 80s.
Danny White.
Because
Danny
was
White.
bad.
Danny White took us to 3 NFC
He was
championship
bad. Danny White
games
was
in
bad.
a row.
Danny
Right.
White
And
was
people
bad.
don't respect him.
Danny
But
White
we
was
love
bad.
Tony Romo.
Right.
Yeah, Danny White was bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got people, oh, I love
Yeah.
me some Tony Romo. Oh, I love me some Dak Prescott.
That's all
You
they
have
know.
brought the Dallas Cowboys nothing.
They didn't
But,
watch
but,
Danny
but
White.
y'all, this where it come down to. If you don't win the championship in Dallas, you way
What do
down
you
here.
exactly?
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, all those guys, man. Witten,
Yeah,
all those guys, man. Like it's levels to it.
Mhm.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like Whitten. I like Whitten.
I like
Yeah.
Witten too, but
He
guess
got no
what?
ring.
He
You
didn't.
didn't do
They
nothing
didn't,
for us.
They didn't bring nothing.
You didn't
to
do
the
nothing.
table.
We are the Dallas Cowboys. We're the number one hated and number one loved team in all the sports.
Yep.
Soccer, football, basketball, whatever. So being the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, that means you are officially the CEO of the NFL. And you are the most watched person in sports. Dak Prescott is the most watched. If you can't handle it, brother, we need to get somebody else
Dak
because
Prescott
two
put him in
wins
the
ain't
same
shit.
category as Quincy Carter.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
no,
talk to me.
Look,
Wait,
Talk to me.
whoa.
look,
I mean,
Talk to
from
me.
a
Quincy
win
Carter?
stand- I mean, just
all of them. Tony Romo, Quincy Carter, Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay.
Talk
As
to
long-
me.
Dave
All right, as long as
Talk
you
to
throw them
me.
all in there. As
Look,
long as you throw them all in there, man.
Yeah, all of them.
Golly.
All of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, Starbuck, Aikman, Danny White.
Yeah.
He's not up there with him,
No,
but
no.
you start the next level with Danny
him.
White.
And he's the only one on that level.
Yeah, he's the only one on it.
Well, where's Don Meredith?
You know,
Yeah.
you know
know
what?
what?
You did bring up an interesting name.
Yeah.
But Dandy Don is right after Danny White, and what was the Craig Morton? No, what was it? Who was that?
Craig Martin.
Yeah.
Craig Martin.
Those were the 60s. Those, you know what I mean? Those were the guys that got the attention of all of America and all of the world to bring the Cowboys to their eyes. But everybody else, Romo, all them other guys, man, they way down at the bottom, man.
So just like most fans, right? Most fans only go by what they see and what they know.
yeah,
You know, most of them, unless, we're football guys, we're sports guys, and even there's some limitations whenever we look at ourselves through a sports lens. We have our own limitations. But most fans only know what they've seen.
yeah,
And they live in that now moment.
right now.
Fan is short
That's
for
it.
fanatic.
That's it.
They live in that now moment. They can't go back. They can't tell you anything about Danny White.
Yeah,
I watched Danny White. Cowboys games was on before I was born.
He was number 11.
I played
Yeah.
arena
Greg
football
Martin was
against
number
Danny
14.
White, and Danny White was winning AFC,
Staubach was
AFL
number 12.
championships
Yeah.
when he was in the arena football
Yeah.
down there with
What
the
tell it on you.
Arizona Rattlers.
What was
He
what
was
was
a champion then.
what was Quincy Carter's number?
17, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 17?
17? Yeah, it was 17.
17. Yeah.
Okay. Quincy, I hope you're watching. That's Big Homie that had something to say about you.
How about this? I back Big Homie.
Quincy
I'm on his Big Homie side.
You was out there snorting cocaine.
Hey. See what happened? They tried to
went
smoke
hard.
cocaine like, you know what I mean, like the 90s Cowboys did. They tried to go to work. They didn't know how to do it.
Oh my
They didn't know how to do it.
No, they
Oh,
I didn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? You
Hey
can
man, look, Dallas, we ain't won a Super Bowl since '95.
We ain't even been to the Super Bowl. That's
Look,
only one.
seen that
we ain't
run.
been to an NFC championship
No, we
game.
been there.
And all of us
We lost
diehard Cowboy fans, we heard it.
Right.
I'm still. Look,
As fans, we've been to the Super Bowl. That's right.
and okay, let's talk about it, y'all.
Go ahead.
My personal opinion, we ain't going back into Jerry Jones is not in control.
I love Jared.
I love
and
Jerry.
people always say, they see Emmitt Smith and they see And Michael Irvin, all of them going, man, we love Jerry, you know. And it's almost like we just kissing his ass because he's just, you know, the white owner, you know, owns the, you know, he has all these billions and all that. Jerry is an awesome dang human being.
Right.
Shoot.
Right.
He's
Awesome
he's a
dang human being.
marketeer.
But
The
he,
NFL would not be where it is today, technically, had not been for Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
But
true.
you made a point, and I don't know if you mentioned on
you need
the
to get out
last.
that front office.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it prior to us getting on our last cast, where he's the grandfather now.
He's the grandfather
He's not
now.
that daddy that's in your ass.
Yeah.
You know, he's the grandfather. You know what they say: if you raise your kids, you get to spoil your grandkids.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you spoil your kids, you're gonna have to raise your grandkids.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where's he at? You
Yeah.
know, he's like
He
that granddad you
is
talking about.
granddaddy.
He's spoiling
He's
his
spoiling his grandkids.
Right,
That's
right.
exactly what he's doing.
You know what I'm
right
saying?
now.
And,
Well,
and
exactly.
notice those stadiums have all began to take after AT&T Stadium.
That's right.
With the scoreboards, the whole
Mhm.
9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, they set the tone
Yeah.
for all of the cheerleaders in
Yeah.
the NFL. What's
Yeah.
going on out here?
Now you know it's crazy. Back when he first started, he wanted them outfits to be a little skimpier.
Who's that?
Jerry.
Well, of course he
What do
did.
you
And,
want
and,
about
and the old girl said, "Hell no, we're not doing that."
No.
Now that he got AT&T Stadium, he got the old twerkers up there in the stand. Y'all
Well, he
seen
got
them up
it.
there in the
Oh, yeah,
rafters?
They getting it on.
Have y'all seen? He finally got his twerk crew up there. They up there with drums, and they got the ladies with the hot pants. I
Jerry
said,
got it all.
Jerry,
going on.
well, first time going, I said, no, Jerry, what are you? You finally got your ladies. You know what I mean?
Jerry can.
But
Jerry tough.
he's an absolute fantastic human being. I seen the photo of him, you know, in the crowd with the, you know, the Arkansas
Right,
nine.
that was a lot of.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Maybe he was racist back in the day.
He
And
was.
and I wouldn't
But
put it past him.
They
Yeah.
all were.
You see
I
what?
wouldn't put it
He
past
Not
him.
all of them.
Yeah.
But,
He
you
was.
know,
Yeah.
Well,
it's what was going on at the time.
I
Right.
know him personally, and not to where I just pick a phone call Jerry say this is Dwayne,
Yeah.
but you know, he's been a pretty fair person.
Yeah.
Granted, you know, he owned the team. He had his love with the team, with his money. He was down on the field. You don't see him going down on the field now.
Yeah.
He's lightening up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but he does need to have a few more tough people on the field playing. You know, we should never let our wide receivers get away. The one who that went with the Minnesota Vikings, the one we should have had.
Oh, win them all.
Oh, ran them off.
Ran them
Ran
off.
them off. Ran them
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
When you look at that, when you
Yeah.
look at that kind of stuff,
Right.
and we should have never let Amari Cooper go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me tell you who we should not have let go.
who's that?
Terrell Owens.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Terrell Owens, for the
Period.
3 years he was here,
Right.
he led in catches, yards,
Touchdowns.
and touchdowns.
Yep. Had 1,000 yards every year. He had 10, 13. He had double-digit touchdowns.
And
every
guess what?
year.
He's still salty about it. Earlier this year, the Cowboys had there was some little party in Dallas, okay? And Terrell Owens showed up.
Yeah.
All right. He showed up and he's there, and Jason Garrett's there, Witten is there,
Aikman was there.
Eggman, all it, and Drew Pearson was there.
Yeah.
And Drew Pearson joking with him about something. He leans over and says something to him. Terrell Owens cusses him out. And Drew Pearson like, whoa, wait a minute, man. I'm just messing around. I'm just joking, you know what I mean? Drew Pearson 80-something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Terrell about to fire off on him. Drew Pearson like, man, y'all get up off me. It's time to get down. Drew's ready to do his thing. So they had to break him up. Terrell showed up at that party to go after Jason Garrett, Witten, and
Not Romo.
Romo.
Mm.
He wanted to kick their ass because he felt that they destroyed his career when he was here. And
They
because
wanted
they
him
got
out.
rid, they wanted him out.
And
He said those three went to the head coach to get him out of there.
And that what killed
I
me
mean,
was
to the ownership, I'm sorry.
The passion that he showed. He cried on national
He
TV,
cried
saying
on
how much
national TV.
defending Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I love T.O.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I
I'm a T-
love me
I'm a
some
T.O. fan.
I'm a T.O. fan.
I'm a T.O. fan,
His
man.
work ethic. I mean, he was out there to play ball.
You don't have to worry about him drinking at night.
You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Getting in trouble with the laws. You don't have to worry about none of that, man. This dude went to work for you every day. He breaks his ankle last game of the year and shows up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All they had to do was throw the towel in. Listen, man, y'all go get your damn Super Bowl. Do what y'all. I'm done. I just broke my damn ankle, bro.
He top 3 receivers of all time.
Yeah.
You got Jerry, you got Moss, and you got T.O.
There you go.
But you know, now you said something about Dez. Dez, not Dez, a friend of mine. I know a lot of people. A friend of mine now, but you said something about Dez. And Dez would have been great. And he is great as far as I'm concerned. I still wear his jersey at times. But remember that one call, and had that one call been today's call, then he would have been the greatest catch.
Yep.
And the Cowboys at that point may have won that game and went on to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That one catch.
I give you
I
that.
love
I give you that.
Dez Bryant.
He's straight up.
Dez, I'm your fan. I've always been your fan. I didn't like you when you was with the Niners. I'm just gonna.
You're a big Dez Bryant fan,
Niners.
man. I'm not talking about as a human.
For a short period,
I'm
not
just saying.
saying.
I'm a
as
Cowboys
a-
fan, but the fact that when he was on the Cowboys,
Yeah.
when I watched Dez play for the Cowboys and what he delivered for us, I was all in, man. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, and you go.
The
It goes
excitement
back
that
to
he
what
brought.
you were
Right,
saying about
right.
Terrell. You know, when these young guys get their feelings hurt and they put their all into it,
Yeah.
you know, Dez put it all into it.
All of it.
And that was a badass call that they made about that catching that ball.
Yeah.
And then for him to have to go to the 49ers and New Orleans and them other places, his heart was in the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he's a true Dallas Cowboy. And he lived in Oak Cliff and bought his house in DeSoto and everything else. So, you know, he never left the hood.
He's a passionate player.
And he's a friend of mine.
And that's the Dallas Cowboy player.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about your teams, you talked about it.
Yeah.
You know, the 90s team, you know, the championship teams and how y'all gelled together and came together.
Yeah.
You can't put Dez in that category.
No.
You can't put-
Hold on. Hold on where I'm going.
What category you gonna put him in?
Hold on where I'm going at with it.
I'm telling
Well,
you,
I'm
man.
talking about a talent and a passion for winning and the desire and want to win compared to a different set of players that he's playing with that are being coddled.
BC, that's a tough one because, okay, let's take CD Lamb.
Don't mess with him.
CD balling.
Okay.
Last 3 games,
150.
150.
151.
Done broke a bunch of records. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of expected when you wear number 88. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't bring a championship
There you
to
go.
the table,
It don't matter.
Here in Dallas.
It
It
don't
don't matter.
I don't care where he's sitting, damn Cincinnati or Cleveland.
I agree.
Here in Dallas, you don't bring a championship, you are no one.
And if you got 8 years to do that, or however long they got, just know it. In Dallas, you have to win championships. The Rangers just brought one to the city.
There you go.
The Mavericks done brought one to the city.
Yeah.
Both of them finally.
Rangers, it took them how many years to get in?
63.
That's
Something
their
like
first
that.
one.
45, I know.
45.
Minimum.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all of that. But now you got to have a whole team. And now
You
you
do.
talked about the offensive tackle. You talked about earlier about getting paid all this money.
Mhm.
Well, you get paid all these 50 millions and 70 millions to sit your ass down until the ball is snapped. Okay? And then if you decide you're gonna move before the ball is snapped, you didn't get paid 50 million to move before the ball is snapped. Then when you move and the ball is snapped, what you get? You get a penalty. And it brings that good ball back. Okay.
Right.
So you gotta hold people accountable. They got to sit there and do their job. And that's just how it goes, Jay.
So to that point,
Okay.
I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Johnson, did he fine you when you got penalized? Did
No,
he take money?
no, he didn't take money.
I'm on it.
He cut you.
He'll take your job. But you had to be a certain player.
Yeah.
I remember before the season started, he came in line. He came into, we were having meetings, and he came in and he said, let me tell y'all something. I got a handful of people that can get away with murder in here. He says, if you want to know, he said, but the rest of y'all, you got one time to mess up and I'm going to fire your ass.
And he told it right on.
He said, if you don't know which group you're in, come to my office and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to his office.
So you knew.
I knew what group I was in. I already knew.
Hold on, man. But Jimmy Johnson liked you though.
He did.
Now when Barry came in,
I'm gonna tell you what. You know what the problem with me and Barry? Barry shows up at my high school when I was coming out of high school. Okay, and he showed up on the day with Lou Holtz, Grant Taft. I forgot who was the head coach at Texas, and then he showed up. It was like 4 or 5 major head coaches showed up to talk to me, and he went into my head coach's office, and my head coach was trying to get some things situated for him. You know, you can sit here and sit there. And he says, "Listen, you can get out of here. I got this. I'm going to talk to him." And that was the worst thing he could ever do to me because my head coach, Jack Edwards, was a god. He taught me how to compete every day in practice. And he taught me that being a champion is all that I ever wanted to be.
He tried to little bro your head.
He tried to little bro my head coach. And so I sat there and I didn't hear not one word he was talking about.
Right.
And he told my head coach, didn't tell me, told my head coach, hey, he's going to come up on this date and this, that, and you make sure you get that across to him. And my coach never told me. And you know, in high school, you going on a recruiting visit, they expect you to show up. You don't show up. That was a sin back in the day. They practically put you on the firing line and shoot and kill you. And so I didn't know about it. It was an instant thing with me. I didn't know that I was supposed to come up on a certain day. I just knew I wasn't going to Oklahoma. Plus, they were shooting and killing each other in the dorms. I'm like, man, they shooting at people in the dorm. I'm like, man, listen, that's why I didn't go to Woodrow. Well, one of the reasons, you know what I mean? Right. Woodrow High School, it was acting crazy over there. So I have to fast forward to 1995. I hadn't seen this man since 86. And we're all in the locker room and we see the media is outside waiting on Bear Switzer to show up. And I thought I was gonna be slick. And I said, I'm gonna run out the back door on him. I get out the back door, there he is with the media. And he goes, hey, how you doing there, Coleman? He says, looks at me, and we a month away from winning the Super Bowl. He looks at me, goes, yeah, you're gonna have to lose about 40 pounds. You don't lose 40 pounds, you're gonna be my first cut. Wow. And I'm like, man, I just won the Super Bowl weighing 257. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying to myself, man. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. Go through training camp. I mean, not training camp, off season. I'm, doing my thing. I come back in. I'm 255. This is my weight. This is where I played at. First day of training camp, I'm waiting in 255. He hit me with an $1,800 fine that I had to pay right then. Wow. Then, think about this. The first day of practice, we had a scrimmage. All out, everybody get down other than Emmett. You ain't gonna scrimmage Emmett. So I got all the fucking, I got all the snaps. And so I'm winded. I'm out of it. I'm terrible. You know what I mean? As far as just, my win.
Yeah, he's trying to prove a point to you.
He's trying to prove a point. So we get all together. We come all together. He sits us down. He goes, Coleman. He says, you don't get your fat ass in shape. You're going to be my first cut this year. And that was I became his whipping boy. Wow. And so
this was Jimmy?
No, this is Barry Switzer. Jimmy never even called my name. Okay, other than I'll tell you about that at another time. But I'll tell you
this is the other side.
This is the other side.
With DC, so
this is the other side. Well, and so that first day, the training camp, whatever, he calls me out. The jerk off that with Undisputed. What's his name?
You said the jerk off?
He's a jerk off.
Oh, you
Oh,
talking
goddamn.
about what's his name?
Used to be with Stephen A. Smith. Used to be
Yeah.
with Shannon
Yeah.
Shaw.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah.
white boy, Skip?
Yeah, Skip Stewart.
Skip
He-
Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
He writes an article. Yo, Lincoln, he's gonna be the first, and he just trashes me. 3 days later, we go to San Antonio, scrimmage the Houston Oilers. I grade out 100%. I'm the number one player in the game. There's no way I got in shape in 3 days if I was out of shape.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he couldn't do anything about it. That whole year, he cut me 3 times. Brought me back in 24 hours.
Yeah. So that's
I was his whipping boy.
He cut you. Hold on.
Skip Bayless.
I hated him
Hold
ever
on.
since then.
He cut you 3 times,
3 times that year.
and all 3 times brought you back within 24 hours.
24 hours. Under 24 hours. He destroyed my life. Not my life. He destroyed my vision of what I thought NFL. I would have been playing forever for Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy didn't. The one time, and I go to that. The one time Jimmy had to talk to me was the second to the last game of the year, '93. There was the second Super Bowl. We're playing New York Jets, and we're coming out of our 5-yard line, marching. We're 28-0. It's the last 4 games of the year. We putting our shoe in your ass.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to happen because we're getting ready and geared up for the goddamn playoffs. And so I'm coming out, and he gives me the ball, hitting the hole. He's running lots last year. And I give him the business, and he put his hand out, boom, made me fumble the ball. One of their D linemen picked it up. He ran up to me and said, "Hey, I just got you cut, homeboy. I just got you cut." And I'm like, "Oh, Lord, that's right." The year before, Swerving Curvin Richards.
Yeah.
Fumbled the ball twice at the end of the year, and they cut his ass.
Right.
And so I'm coming off the field trying to hide behind Nate. His 400-pound ass. I'm coming off the field. All I can hear is, Coleman, come here, Coleman. And he pulls me and grabs me by my face, and he says, "Coleman, I'm putting you back in there. I'm giving you the ball every play. And if you fumble that ball again, I'm going to cut your ass. You hear me? I'm going to cut your ass." And so I'm sitting there, man. My eyes just big. He put me in the rest of the game. I didn't fumble the ball, but I got into the locker room, and I'm sitting there in my locker, and I go, I'm crying, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
and Emmett and everybody like, "Man, what's wrong with Nate, man? What's going on?" Aikman comes over, "Man, everything's all right, man. What are you crying about?" And all I can think in my head is Swerving Curvin Richards. I'm not gonna get a Super Bowl ring. I put in all this work. Now I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Michael Irvin, my dog, comes over to me. He says, "Man, don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right."
Michael said.
I show up this next day, 6 in the morning. I'm sitting in my lockers. I'm waiting on the equipment man to come over there and slide my little old name tag out. Cause I'll go get my trash bag and throw all my shit in it and be out
Yeah.
before everybody get in there. I'm in there early. Mike comes in and says, "Link." He called me about 3-4 this morning, man. And he said he was gonna cut you. And I told him, I said, "We can't do that again this year." He said, "Emmett's hurt this year. Lincoln's been our dependable backup. We gotta have him." He said he begged him not to cut me. And Michael Irvin saved my damn job. Because he was gonna make an example out of me.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
He
Man,
gonna make
I
an
heard
I
a lot
love
of
Mike.
stories, man, about Michael Irvin, Dion, and Mike Irvin even went up to Colorado, gave a great speech to the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah,
But y'all team, man, it's just like a special bond
yeah,
that you don't hardly see with
Yeah.
these teams lately.
yeah.
Like even y'all, you can tell y'all still good friends. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Man, I was talking to y'all about, how I seen him, at SportsCon. I seen him at SportsCon a few months ago. And, they wanted me to stay there and wait on him because he asked them who was going to be there. And he said, "Man, your boy Link going to be." He said, "Man, make sure he stays and waits for me."
Yeah.
And we get in there, and the first thing we do is, big hug, kiss on the cheek, and we start talking about old days. Now I'm wondering, I've seen Mike's face. It looked like he had some work done, but I didn't ask him. Okay, I'm just saying. I thought he had some work.
Leave Mike alone,
I thought he
man.
had
Pulled it up a
cheek,
little bit,
cheek,
pulled it.
you know what I'm saying?
What about this dark hair?
Oh, that dark hair. That's what I'm saying.
Black.
You know what I mean?
Put that black and all junior.
Mike,
Mike,
my
if
friend.
you watch
Yeah.
it,
Mike, if you watching,
talk to me,
I'm
man.
with the program, Mike.
Okay?
I'm a
At least let me know who's doing your cheek work. I'm
Leave
like,
Mike
say,
alone.
man.
You know the crazy thing about it, Mike watching the trip.
Yeah, right.
He ain't taking it personal.
Ain't no, but
my
you know what I
friend.
mean? We hugged and, we had a nice conversation before they, brought him out to, do some autographs and all of that kind of stuff. But we had a good time, man. But we have a my brother we in that documentary.
Right.
Documentary about the
Yeah.
Cowboys in the 90s. We finally opened up to the public about, it's going to be better than of The Last Dance, bro. The stuff we talking about.
Oh,
And me
everybody
and
opened
Emmett.
up.
Yeah.
And me and him, our conversation, he's a real good brother, and he's really opened up a lot. And my locker was right next to him. And the beautiful thing about him was when he come off the field, he sit right down and says, "Hey, Link, that number 52, when he stunt, you better hit off his ass, boom, we did. Hey man, when you run under this dive, he didn't come to the sideline and say, man, you on your own, baby.
Yeah.
He came and he made sure I knew what the hell I was supposed to do when I get in the game, because the goal is for all of us to win.
Yes.
Not for him to be the bad, the bad boy on, only tough guy on the field. He made sure that all the running backs knew what the hell they were supposed to do.
I remember, man, back in the day, Link, you had mentioned why Emmett was your pick over Barry Sanders.
Yeah. He was nothing but a football player.
Yeah.
Barry was all talent.
Yeah.
Barry was, and one of the things I didn't like about Barry, I know I love Barry. I love Barry to death.
I love him too.
If Barry didn't get his way, if there were some things that he didn't like, he quit. And with the Lions,
When they went that 2-back.
he just gave it up. You know what I mean? He could have gone ahead, I wouldn't call it quitting. I just say, you know what? We all rooting for him to get the league rushing. He said, nah, that's all right. I don't want it.
Right. He didn't want it like Emmett wanted it.
Emmett wanted it.
Yeah.
It's a hard deal to say that when he left with 2,000 yards. Oh, to say he didn't want it.
I know.
He
had
wanted it to
1,500.
the tune of 2,000 above.
I know, but he had 1,500 to really to get it.
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, you know what?
Yeah.
No,
He could have easily stayed another 3 years.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Easily.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Emmett was just, and I'm gonna tell this story since everything gonna be coming out. So me and Emmett is a couple other guys. We in New York, man. We hanging out and we kicking it with Salt and Pepper and Spinderella.
Oh my
I'm with Salt. He with Spinderella. Mike is with Pepper. And we all, man, we about to turn up.
All this is in the past now. None of married.
Look at him. He hope he don't get sued over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I tried to protect Mike.
No.
This is
This
way
other
back.
side.
This is
Yeah,
way
what
This
is
is the other side.
back.
Huh? This is the other side, man.
Alright, this other side.
And so we kicking it. We are hanging out. I'm like, me and Salt about to go, you know what I mean? And Emmett, Spinderella, da. And we getting ready to leave, and there was this other young lady that I seen that she was all about me, but she was better than Salt. And so I went in and turned up that way. So we get back to the locker room, man, like 2 days. I know I turned down Salt for it. I just think, come on, man. It was exactly. It was in New York, man. In New York, women in New York, they just come at you, but that's another story. But we get back to the locker room a couple of days later. Cinderella called me, and she go,
Post Cinderella.
your boy, He loves talking about football, don't he? I said, what you talking about? All he can talk about is what y'all did in practice. And that's good. Remember him when we was coming out, he said, Link, tell him. He said, tell him about that. You tell him about when me and you was at Humperdinck's.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him what you were talking about, though.
Humperdinck's
We at Humperdinck's, man. We
on-
doing
on-
karaoke.
on
We
Greenville?
No, when it was out.
No, it was out.
When it was out there by MacArthur Boulevard.
Oh, out there.
When it was out there. And we out there singing karaoke, doing all this. And we hanging out with a bunch of women. He go, man, you remember that play in practice today? I'm going,
No, I do not.
I don't want to remember it. That's why I'm drinking right now.
I'm drinking to forget. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure why we talking about the play.
Was that guy?
He was just a good, down-home country boy who loved football, and that's all he wanted to do.
Really?
That's why he the all-time lead rusher though.
Right,
bro.
right.
You know what?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. That's a new phenomenon to me.
Oh,
I never
he
even
had
heard
no
that story.
conversation
I got
for
a whole nother
anything
level of
else.
respect for him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. He had no conversation for anything. That's what he'd be. Man, you see James Washington, he missed that interception today in practice. I'm like, yeah, take that party over there, bro. Talk about that over there, man. You got you and whoever you kicking it with over there. There's another goal over here.
I sure hope some of these ex-wives don't come back and use none of that to get no more child support. They say, see, Judge, I told you.
Now
who
listen.
else?
We're already we're doing a documentary. We did a documentary. We're talking about all of this, man.
Right,
I'm telling you, Emmy will show up at the White House.
I'm gonna get y'all.
We might say that for the next episode.
Oh,
Yeah. Say that for the next
Next
episode.
episode of the other side.
Of the other side.
Because a lot of people want to hear about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Come back next week. The other side with DC, baby.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the White House.
Because this is what we gotta do, y'all. We know too many people are sitting around here. The folks you call, folks I know, all of them. We're gonna get all of them in here on the other side.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
We're gonna get Emmett. We know him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We know
I got
Drew.
it. I got it.
We know
Yeah.
Tony.
Mhm.
We know you. We know Too Tall. We
We
know a
got
lot
you.
of folks. We know a lot of them now.
Let's do it.
They gonna bring
do
it. But we know Tim Brown. Get them all in
Yeah,
there. Not
yeah,
just
that's
Cowboy
right. We grew up with Tim Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to bring them in.
Mm-hmm. We
So-
grew up right across the street. Tim
Yeah,
Brown
yeah.
grew up right across the street from us.
That's my point.
Yeah,
So what we
really.
got to do is make a commitment to our folks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
to our audience, you know,
Yeah.
this is we're testing things out. We're having a good test.
Mhm.
And Troy, we appreciate you. I want you to know that you're behind the
Yes,
camera.
sir.
Yeah, there we go.
We
There
really
we go.
appreciate you. And so we're gonna take what we're doing now and re-put it back out. Okay, so we can make sure that we promote our sports talk show. We're gonna have plenty of beer. And anything y'all want to have. Because I see now I got to buy more.
I got 5 more.
But this is the type of talk we want to do.
Okay.
And
All
we
right.
want our audience to know. So we're gonna be back on next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna be more together and have it all together. But we ain't gonna try to do nothing superficial.
No.
We're gonna skin the chicken
Mhm.
and we're gonna pick the fellas off the turkey.
Mhm.
And now here's the deal now. Next Tuesday is 2 days before Thanksgiving. So we gotta
All right.
make sure
Oh,
we
that's right.
have our stuff together. Because
Okay.
now what I'll do, I'll even bring some greens, y'all. Now you know.
Oh, man.
Wait a minute now.
No greens.
What the hell
You
you
know
talking
what?
about now? Now you
I want
Let's
my
do
bowl right
short
here.
ribs.
yeah. Well, we'll
You
get
put that
some.
half hog in them and all. I ain't gonna eat that, but I'm eat that grease on them though.
You gonna eat the grease
Oh,
on
I eat all that.
What you, now,
I
the
grew up
grease?
eating chillins and hog maws, man.
You what now?
I grew up eating chillins, hog maws.
Pig feet?
I ain't do pig feet. That wasn't no meat
I was
on
a
there.
pig
Wasn't
feet guy.
enough meat on there for me.
But
like
you,
that pig
you
feet.
eat
Pickle.
greens with ham hocks in them?
He don't mess with the hawks.
Cook them, I mean.
Oh yeah.
I cook them at the house. I don't cook it with it. I cook it with turkey legs, smoked turkey legs.
Well, I mean, I could
But-
come. I'm bad.
But I don't
I'm
care.
tough.
If I can, if them greens, I don't care what you cook them in. If they taste good, I'm eating them.
But you gonna eat them.
I'm gonna eat them.
Yeah, you gonna
This
eat
the
them.
Green King.
I'm the Green
That's
King.
what he called
I
it.
challenge all grandmothers, ain't it? Everybody. Yeah, I make the grandmothers get up out the grave.
There you go.
I
You
sell
put
a
a
pot
ball
liquor.
in
I
there?
sell a pot liquor for 50 cents a quart.
Uh-oh.
That's how bad I am bad.
Okay, all
And
right.
I challenge
all right.
everybody.
Well,
All right.
challenge.
Challenge.
I just finished cooking 20 bunches the other night. I did a
Oh,
video
wow.
on them. I did a video.
What you do, collard?
I do what I do
Turnip?
greens.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I do. And then everybody else be trying to copy. See, get my copyrights down right first.
Listen, how about this, Miss DC?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Brain and green.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix it up.
What we want to do is
We're
make
gonna
sure
have
that
our-
whatever's here disappears.
I tell you what we're gonna have.
Yeah, right,
I tell you
right.
what we're gonna have.
A magic show.
Right.
I tell you what we're gonna have. We're gonna have our pre-Thanksgiving dinner. You know,
Yeah.
Tuesday, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Don't y'all have me cooking this bullshit? Y'all don't show up.
Man, we here.
Don't y'all have no.
We
y'all
here.
don't shit won't be done.
See, we some meat boys right here.
Yeah, right.
Meat boys right here.
Fix it up.
Okay.
Y'all ain't got hey, it's gonna be on.
Okay. All right.
It
It is.
All right.
Right.
I'm
We're
with
gonna
it.
invite y'all out to DC got an annual turkey giveaway.
Done.
So we're gonna invite y'all out to that.
I got some
That's
volunteers.
That's Monday, right?
Well, it's Monday. It'll be Monday at Big T. And
Okay.
This Monday at Big T?
Yeah.
What time?
12 o'clock. We'll be out there at 12 o'clock. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You need help? You need
We
hands?
need all the help we can get. We
Okay.
need all the help we can get.
Let me know.
And let me just tell you what we do. I do these things for the community. I don't have to do this stuff, but
Yeah.
I make sure I go and provide as best we possibly can.
Gotcha.
But it sure look good if we get some black men,
Yeah.
so we can instill in the community and the other youngsters the necessity of showing them what we are all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we get to where we are? So it'll be Monday at Big T at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And we invite everybody to come out and get some turkeys.
All right.
And the turkey is not just a Gator Pit Barbecue. Let me give them the plug. Gator Pit Barbecue. They will be out and they assist us with our turkey giveaway every year.
Mhm.
Okay. And what they do, they actually feed people. Okay.
Okay.
And all this is for free. It doesn't cost anybody anything.
Okay.
You know, I go out and figure out how to get the turkeys. And Gator Pit come in and they do the plates and all that stuff. Not with these turkeys we get away frozen.
Gotcha.
Because we want them to be able to take a turkey home.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah,
But you're
well,
the
yeah.
Godfather
Yeah.
of D-Town.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I want to make sure folks know, don't come out there Monday thinking you'll get some of my greens because you don't get none of them Monday.
No,
Yeah.
no,
We're
no,
gonna
no,
have
ours
no,
on
no.
Tuesday.
We're gonna do that on
Right
Tuesday.
here.
There we go.
And then y'all going to sample them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no,
Sample.
ain't no sample.
I ain't
No, don't bring enough for a sample. You need to bring enough.
Man, you need to bring a plate.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 plates.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
Is that 3?
3 plates.
Okay. Well, come on now. What are you talking about? Sample.
Yeah, no. We
Man,
need
look
to-
at you, man. I'm throwing that beer down now.
I was just saying, I use the word sample. I mean, you know,
Sample.
I mean, you get full.
There you
Okay,
go.
okay.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. There we
Yeah,
go. We
no.
gonna bring
I'm
some.
gonna fix it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call y'all asses out if y'all don't come.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
We gonna
man.
be here.
Come on, we
We
here.
gonna be
All right. So we got
I'm there Monday, and we'll see
so
you on
Monday,
Tuesday.
Monday and then Tuesday. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. And we're doing this for the community. And let's just say this for the community. This Lincoln, our Super Bowl champion.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we're doing this all us as black men, 5
Yes, sir.
black men, 6 black men.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we're gonna go feed the community.
There it
Throw a
is.
plug out there.
Now I'll have
Can I throw a plug out there?
You can come on.
Art of Staffing, baby.
Order staff.
Art of Staffing.
All
Art
right.
of Staffing LLC.
All right.
That's our medical staffing agency. We're looking for nurses. So we're right now we're in the process of
Are you baby
recruiting
find some
nurses,
people out there?
registered nurses, CNAs, CRNAs, LPNs, LVNs, NPs. We're looking for radiology techs, MRIs, CT, etc. Also pharmacy techs. You know, come see us. You know, we're live now. You know, we're working on that website. You know, AC, Anthony Coleman, our business partner, he's on that piece. You know, Jeremy Scroggins, he's doing his thing. You know, I'm doing my thing. But the thing about it, what we're trying to do is bridge that gap. You know, we want to make sure that we can put quality people that are looking for jobs in places where jobs are needed. And we want to be that connector to help people get what they need. And the bottom line is, I feel we ain't started it. We just started it, but I think we're gonna do better than anybody. And what we want to do is make sure that you as a staff get paid. But if you're gonna get paid, you got to show up and do your job the right way.
There it is.
And the thing about it, I know you will, because the nursing is a profession. It's a personal thing. You care about the people that you're working with. You care about the patients. That's big to us. That's one of the reasons why we chose to get into this industry, because when we think about our name as a whole, Ardor Staffing, I keep saying this word, just passion. You're passionate about what we do, what you do. We're passionate about what we do, as far as trying to help you go be passionate at what you do. It ain't just about the money; it's about the connectivity.
Well, you know what I always say: it ain't about the money; it's about the money, and it's about the money, and about the money, and the connectivity. Okay, put them all together so folks can really understand. Because the people that we're trying to get, they come to get a job, and they're coming for the money, and we hope that they have the passion.
Right.
Yep.
And what I want to say to you, on behalf of the other side with DC, Troy, we want to cut a commercial on Ardor Staffing, so that in our shows and in our podcast, we can have your spot that we can just punch a button and play.
Gotcha.
Already.
Okay, and we can give that to you.
Yeah.
Until you start making some money.
Thank you.
All right, now when you start making some money,
Give it back.
Yeah.
well, we'll send you an invoice.
That's fair.
We will expect it.
That's fair.
I want to be a part of your success.
Yeah, we will expect that.
Let me send a shout out real quick. Shorty, how you doing? Okay, Zeb, what's going on? And Katie, I'll see you guys a little later. Just a blessed. Thank you for backing me up and taking care of me and always being on my team. All right, now.
There you go. All right. Hey, this has been the other side. This is our first Tuesday night talking sports, and we're gonna peel the banana every Tuesday. We're gonna share the real secrets. We're not gonna hold back. If we like somebody, we do. If we don't like nobody, we're gonna let you know. And if it's some kind of secret you're trying to hide, we're gonna expose it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do whatever it is that's gonna keep the truth out there. All right.
Unless they're married.
Look at him rubbing the head. What you rubbing that head?
You, boy, you.
Oh my God. I'm trying to help y'all, brothers.
He's like, oh Lord.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. But we've had fun tonight, and this is just the beginning. We're practicing, so now next week, y'all push the like button and y'all do everything, get our listenership up. It's gonna take a minute, but we want folks to know you're gonna get it real when you tune into the other side with DC on our sports night. All right, Lincoln Coleman.
All right.
We'll see you again next week.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ace, B,
All right.
C, and JS.
My man.
All right, we're done. All right, y'all. Now here's the deal. We're gonna